Hi guys.
Hello people.
This is my hoodie. That's not hers, just so you know.
Just so I came here, guys. Like, this should just tell you everything about the weather.
Yes.
Like, we filmed the previous Soprano, 3 days ago. I think I was, in short sleeves. How am I in a hoodie right now? What is happening?
But, from tomorrow, it's gonna be nice again.
Nicer.
It's gonna be actually very, very fucking nice.
It's gonna be, what, 20?
20, 22, 22.
Beautiful.
That's my favorite weather.
Celsius.
Exactly, but
Now it's 12, 11.
Exactly, and it was 35 one day, and tomorrow it was 15. Literally like that.
It dropped.
And
I was so happy for the first day that it dropped, but last night I'm sleeping and I'm freezing, but I cannot get up to get another comforter because what do you mean? It's still not, it's still summer.
I took it because the night before that I was fucking
and so I came to Milena in short sleeves because I'm not accepting the weather and we're supposed to film and I'm but I'm cold.
And I'm I have a perfect hoodie for you.
Yeah.
My favorite one.
So here I am.
Yes.
In Milena's not sweater, hoodie that she waited how long for? 7 months?
I think so, yeah. But I got it before the concert, but I didn't wear it to concert. I mean, it's hoodie. You know what I mean?
It was May.
Yeah, it was fucking May.
Yeah. Anyways, yes, this is us. We didn't even fucking say our names.
Because we're watching Sopranos. Oh my fucking god, Guys, today is the Sopranos day. We're watching 3 fucking episodes. We told you in the last episode that we're gonna watch 3 fucking episodes. We are. We're gonna get 1, but we're watching 3.
It doesn't matter for you, but for us it matters.
Yes.
So today's a good day.
Today's a perfect day.
What is gonna happen in this episode? Where did we leave off?
Well, in the last episode was the slower episode.
Yeah, the last episode was okay.
I read a lot of hate on it. I disagree.
Yeah, I was it's not that bad.
I had
fun
my
time.
son fucking watching it. You know what I mean?
Was it as impactful as
My
other
favorite,
episodes?
no,
No, but it was great. I
expect to have every once in a while a slower episode like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yet, in my opinion, there were very important subjects for Tony's character, if you ask me. So I loved it. Because of those things. If
this is as low as it goes,
no worse than honestly.
Imagine.
Because I would understand if let's say we didn't have at all, let's say Tony or anybody from our characters, if we let's say we're just with Chris and Adriana and again at the same time the story didn't move with them either, and I would be okay, yeah, this was I don't know what the name is, a bottle.
A bottle episode.
Bottle episode,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but the story, in my opinion, at least did move with some. I mean,
the thing is, bottle episodes are our favorite episodes because, for the bottle episodes, they don't have much funding, let's say, so it has to be only your main cast in a certain room. I always want that.
Yeah.
I always want those episodes.
Yeah, but in the last episode, remember when the therapist was I was in your neighborhood last night. Excuse me? Oh, I read a good comment that makes sense about the way that she is treating him.
Yeah.
She's being a therapist to him. That technically she's not treating him for him to become better.
Yeah.
She's treating his
anxiety. I read that comment.
And so all of a sudden it makes sense. Again, I did know there are different types of therapies. For one thing and another different types of approach. Again, we're not versed in that. Is that not verse? Verse?
Well versed.
We're not well versed.
I did not know where you wanted to go with that. Yes, well versed.
We're not well versed in that. So, but at the same time, I did know they're different. But somehow when that person explained, it just made perfect sense. To me.
When I read, I was therapy is not there to make you a good person.
Yeah, they're just to help, at least to him.
Help your mental
going
state.
For that reason. You know. To help him with his anxiety and to find the source, let's say sources of that anxiety, where it comes from, and to deal with that. At the end of the day, if he's gonna continue killing people, he's gonna continue killing people. While
just
he's
with
not
no anxiety.
While he's doing that,
he can kill people without any
remorse.
Yeah. I think that's interesting because I don't know. I love watching this as well because I love seeing people go to therapy because like you said, this is not a subject that we are necessarily knowledgeable in. Like, I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to be. I don't know what your approach is supposed to be. I don't know what you're supposed to do. It's like that makes it fun. So, I mean, I am looking forward to that as well. They're being investigated by the, is it FBI?
Yes, but like we haven't moved in that direction.
No, but like that's where kind of we are at.
Yeah. As always, very excited to see Camila. Very excited. Carmela. Tony. Therapy. All of it. Honestly.
Exactly.
So,
let's play.
Without further ado, let's play. Yeah.
We start dancing every time. Get yourself a gun. The blue moon in your eyes.
You have no idea how happy this song makes me. You have no idea.
I really wonder, like,
today's gonna be my favorite day.
You know, like season like 4. You know, when we're deep into it, when like things are maybe not, let's say, exactly. That's what I mean, like, because like now we're like, oh my god,
yes,
in season 4, am I gonna be like smoking a cigarette trying to like, trying to survive?
Is this pussy or is the other one pussy?
I don't know. I did not know for a second you were talking about a name. Because like, oh my god, we still have to figure out if we have a mole.
I think it's one of them, like one of the ones that you said, yeah, they all look the same.
Who is having a heart attack? Maybe this is
pussy.
Do they always have like fucking orgies in this house?
Don't worry,
together?
Dr. Edelstein looks like he's having a heart attack.
I don't need no doctor. It's just my back.
I think the mole is gonna be like one of these guys who are very close to him that he's gonna be so fucking shocked.
Well, that has to be someone that we know. Like,
I mean, for the love of God, he's having orgies.
4 days later, like, what is this about? Are you the mole? What are we?
Maybe.
What, you fucking back still
Or is it the red herring?
FBI, nobody move. Hey, you believe this shit?
Are you shocked that they're here or not? I'm now watching it all the looks.
Yeah, but like, this could be a red herring.
No, I think he's the mole.
Or this is planned. Maybe we hid everything else.
Maybe I doubted it's him for nothing.
I mean, the way they are painting this episode, it seems like he is the mole.
Yeah.
Draw straws. She was going to land there and bail you out.
My wife did. I nearly strangled on the ride home.
We don't run. It's embarrassing.
Please, they robbed me, those federal pricks.
What do you mean?
They grabbed 4 dimes from me. Never mind, I need a drink.
Okay, at least we know who Pussy is officially. Like, this guy had a look on him.
This better be good. He's taking my kid fishing. Ah, Jesus, what? No, how you been? How's it doing, Ben? What do you think? I thought we understood each other. I don't give 2 shits about you or your family. What are you taking up the ass?
Do you know who
where you going?
the mole is?
Talk to me like this, you know? I do a lot of risky shit for you.
You're not doing charity work, remember? All right, I'm sorry. Hey, Vin, how you doing?
Pumping Sarah.
Pussy? What about him?
He's wired for sound.
What?
I got it from a good source. I thought you should know. I'm sorry. I know you like him.
Like him? I fucking love him. Now, who's your source?
He's on the force. He's on the task force, all right?
I want to see the report.
I can't get my
I
hand.
want to see the fucking 302.
All right.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it does, Tom, if you take the blinders off. I'm in robbery homicide, and I was told he was moving a lot of heavy age to pay for his kid's college. Why would I know something like that?
Why would he do it?
Why? Because he's facing a possible sentence of from now on. Mandatory, that's why. Who is this guy, Pussy, huh? Who is he? He's a man who loves his family above all else. Well, guess what? That's their favorite target.
What's he gonna do with that?
I don't know. But like he said, I like him, I fucking love him.
I mean, that's family.
Yeah. I just love the way he talks about and treats the people who are close to him.
You're being too nice.
She's so cute.
She's adorable.
What do you need?
We gotta move this. I want to slide this out of the way.
He has a...
That kind of-
My back, Tony. Think about going home, sitting in the tub.
I want you to keep your eye on Pussy. There's something wrong. He's not himself.
You're telling me? He hasn't even done his rounds in a week?
I went to this doctor. This guy works on the Jets front line when they get hurt. I sent Pussy to this doctor. The guy gives him the works. MRIs, CAT scans, DOT scans, you name it. And he says there's not a fucking thing wrong with his back. And again, he says, when it comes to backs, nobody knows anything, really. This mental stuff, it can cause physical problems, right?
Are you having any physical problems?
No.
Of course he is.
But I got a friend. He's complaining about his back, but I think the doctor thinks it's all in his head.
That's very possible.
What kind of mental stuff would cause a backache?
For conversation.
Maybe
sake?
guilt.
Absolutely.
With some people, the pain is caused by more responsibility than they can handle.
He's got a lot of bills, a lot of problems with his kid's school fund.
Secrets.
What do you mean?
Psychologically, a secret is a heavy load. It leads to feelings of guilt which further burden the mind.
I think he wanted to hear that. I don't know how he's gonna deal with that.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Like, it's different to see him like kill a guy in episode 5 that was a rat,
You
but it,
wanna lie to
like,
me?
I cannot imagine him killing.
no, me neither. But
This is not as easy as you think. Getting my hands on the 302.
This guy's looking like he's going through.
This is the most serious fucking decision I've ever had to make in my life. And I need proof. I'm not gonna hurt a man that I love because of some cop gossip from a degenerate fucking gambler with a badge. You understand me?
You're a real pisser.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm under a little bit of pressure here. I don't have time to suck your dick.
Apology accepted.
Fuck you.
Fuck me.
Yeah, fuck you.
When I was a kid and my old man would be in one of his ways, with the screaming back and forth, and eventually it'd end with her throwing the closest thing to it. He'd smack her around. And I would hide under my bed. There was something peaceful and there was something safe under that bed. What about you, Tony? Do you ever feel like hiding under a bed?
He works out in his home gym.
This is where Debbie's taken care of me for years.
I bet she has.
I'm serious, she has.
Hello, Carmela. How nice to see you.
Adore her.
Oh, what can I say?
she's so cute.
What's that? It's a ricotta pie. I saved it from the open house.
I can't eat that. It's got cholesterol.
I made it with the low-fat cheese.
What does she mean when she
God.
says open house? Is that not when you're like selling a house?
You know, Ma, your son loves you very much. He worries all the time. He felt bad that you didn't come to the open house.
Well,
I don't
mission
care if
accomplished,
it's
Livia.
disrespectful, but I want you to cut the drama. It's killing Tony.
What are you talking about?
Let's go, girls.
I love her.
His poor mother, nobody loves me, victim crap. It is textbook manipulation. And I hate seeing Tony so upset over it.
Oh,
I know how to
Get
deal
her.
with people.
I am a mother too, don't forget. And you know the power that you have, and you use it like a pro.
Power? What power? I'm a power. I'm a shut-in.
You are bigger than life. You are his mother. And I don't think for 1 second that you don't know what you're doing to him.
Oh, me? What did I do?
If you don't want it, you can give it to Junior, because I know he stops by a lot.
He's my husband's brother. He can't check up on me once in a while. I know what you're hinting at.
Ma, there is
Literally
nothing
no.
wrong with companionship.
why was she hinting at that?
Wait until you're abandoned.
Abandoned? Please.
She does.
She came in
She
for the
ca-
kill today.
Johnny was a saint.
Yes, we've heard. Funny though, I don't remember you telling him that when he was alive.
I think I blackened my Johnny's memory by getting mixed up with his brother.
Who said that was happening? She really makes it difficult.
She came in there.
Hey, Alan boy.
This is God. He has kids.
Yo, Dad, it's Uncle Tony.
I don't think he has kids. He knows his kids.
What are you doing here?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Having a cannoli withdrawal by now.
I don't know what you would. I think if I was him, I would come and tell you fucking better leave town.
Yeah,
or they will
that's
kill you. So you better leave now with your
Yeah.
family.
The kid can always go to city college.
This kid's staying right where he is. He isn't getting fucked because his own man is.
He has a very easy target for
Fucking take it
the
easy.
police
Things are happening,
to
Tony.
convert.
Yeah.
What kind
He
of
doesn't want to not provide for his family. He doesn't
This
want to go
fucking
to jail.
back is taking me out of the game. I'm way behind. And I'll top it off, I think I'm getting hooked on these fucking painkillers.
Don't let anyone ever make you feel like you don't have any options, because you got friends. Friends that would die for you. You got anything you want to say to me?
He's gonna tell.
I feel like if you tell him this one would kill him. Literally.
Well, they're not gonna go against
I know.
Tony if Tony is not.
Yeah.
allowing it to happen.
Fucking traffic. You okay? He's wearing a wire.
Oh,
Pussy.
well, get the fuck out of here. Pussy?
Don't know how long.
Are you sure about this, Tony?
Not enough to do what needs to be done.
Oh, Jesus, Tony, I'm fucking dreaming here. I'll do it.
My responsibility.
Tony, you waited a long time for the stripes. This is one of the perks.
We need to be 110% sure. I want you to see it. I want you to see that fucking wire strapped on his body. I want you to see it. Otherwise, all bets are off. You understand? This is our friend we're talking about here. You say it. You understand?
I understand.
But imagine if they were wrong and it wasn't him. Even though, like, I don't know, I don't think the guy, their police guy would get it wrong. Like, he is.
Yeah.
Because, like, I understand what, like, their business entails.
Yeah.
At the same time. Like, you understand why he is doing it. It's not difficult to flip someone, like...
Follow me.
Paulie, I've been here before. What the fuck you want?
Look around. I'll give you 3 guesses.
Well, why would he be wearing a wire today? Like,
We'll grab a rub down here.
Maybe he raised it.
always?
I can't.
Now, don't be like that. It's a gift. Take your clothes off. What? Want me to turn around?
The doctor said heat's no good for me. I gotta avoid it. That's why I sit in the shade.
Heat is good for your back. Take your clothes off. Take your clothes off.
You're fucking crazy. I'm going home. I got high blood pressure, you fucking idiot. I go in there, I can check the fuck out. My doctor mentioned steam and sauna specifically as no-nos. He said, stay the fuck away from heat. Thanks for the thought. But get out of my fucking face.
This fucking Macasian, he's a lying motherfucker. He's at the pussy for like 30 large, 20 grand just on football.
What?
What?
Rest
I
is
didn't
shy.
understand.
The pussy must be burying his frickin' fig alone. Doesn't mean he's a liar. Just means he's got a reason to see pussy dead. It buys him time.
Wait, what?
Who wants to see pussy dead?
They're talking about the.
Are you talking about the
detective?
cop, yeah? Oh, he holds a debt on the detective?
My vote counts for anything. I cannot believe that pussy would fear the can enough to hurt his friends.
I don't know
What?
whether pussy is or is not. I feel like he is.
This like guy looks weird, but like not in a way weird that he is.
I don't know, in the beginning of the
Right.
episode he looked over at him like we had the moment, but...
Come on, take it easy.
Stop it!
Come on, let's get this show on the roll.
To me, he looks like he also is not well. I don't know how to
I
explain
mean, no,
it.
he is absolutely not well. I
Like,
mean, he's...
mentally
No, he is unstable, he is
completely
violent, he
Yeah.
is addicted, he is awful.
I just don't think sex should be a punishable offense.
You know, honey, that's where I agree with you. I don't think sex should be a punishable offense either. But I do think that talking about sex at the breakfast table is a punishable offense. No more sex talk, okay?
In the 90s, parents were supposed to discuss sex with their children.
She's so
Yeah,
cute,
but that's
I
where you're
adore
wrong.
her.
See, out there, it's the 1990s. But in his house, it's 1954. 1990s, 1954.
You don't discuss sex at breakfast with your parents like 2024. No, it's a no. It's simply a fucking no.
I have no idea what
He's
to
so unhinged. I don't know. Where are they gonna go? Where are they gonna move?
Coming through.
Where are they gonna move?
What?
He's gonna jump?
Honestly, he looked like he's about to jump. So I'm not shocked at all.
I mean, he looked this way all the time.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just...
Wait, what the fuck?
Are you sure? Who told you this?
He looked like he would kill himself in like the last scene with Tony in the entire episode.
He always said how much he respected you.
It matters. He helped me out of a lot of jams. Not just with the law.
So what the fuck was he thinking? He could have kept his job. He might have been suspended, that's all. It wasn't like he was dealing.
That's not why he did it. Don't get me wrong, it was the straw, but he was not happy with himself, how he turned out.
What did he come here for? Therapy?
It's Tony.
Instead of a couch, you use a bed. Not a bad deal.
Hey, who wouldn't want to sleep with their shrink?
Oh god.
What does that mean?
You'd be amazed how much easier it is to open up when you're naked and in the arms of someone who cares for you.
Did he ever mention anything about my guys to you?
He didn't like Paulie. He thought he was a psycho.
What about pussy?
He really didn't have much to say about any of you guys. As long as he had you in his corner, there was nothing really to worry about. I'm not gonna lie, because he's dead. He didn't have a good thing to say about anybody, but I did feel like he could trust you, Tony. He said many times that at least with Tony Soprano, you know where you stand.
He sold a house.
They don't people have names anymore. Who's he?
Anthony.
What else were they gonna do with it?
You tell.
Hey.
But her face,
I
yo.
suppose he would have found it harder to have his meetings at my house than in this nursing home.
What are you talking about? Meetings?
Never seen him have money either.
Why didn't I know about this?
Well, maybe it was you they were talking about. Who knows?
She is, I don't know,
She's
incredible.
a fucking snake. I have
Literally.
no
I
words.
just don't like being put in the middle of things.
God,
Should
woman.
have known something was strange when suddenly Larry Boy's mothers moved in here, and then Jimmy Altieri's mother.
Three of my capos have their mothers in this place?
Instead of living in normal homes with their sons, like human beings.
What kind of fucking end move? What do they think? I'm stupid? We'll see.
Now wait a minute.
Junior, she's
I
playing
don't
like a fucking fiddle.
That kind of talk. I won't tell you anything anymore.
If this is true, Livia, you know what I mean, I'm the boss, for Christ's sake. If I don't act, blood or no, I have to.
Oh God, what did I say now?
God.
A meeting.
You won't have any teeth left to eat with if you don't get the
Child abuse. Is it police?
Uncle Jimmy.
Uncle Jimmy, let him in. You get out. Hey. Look who's here. Jimmy, he's out.
You better lay low with that safe house money.
What are you talking about?
They were asking me a lot of questions in there. If I knew anything about the day Colombian and the apartment and all that. So, what are you gonna do about the Colombian money? They were putting the screws to me like I was a school kid, telling me that the money was marked. They even said that there's a new fingerprint technique that lifts it right off the bills.
You're a lucky man, Jimmy.
What do you mean?
Oh, you had on bail on that conspiracy thing, right? Yeah, I know what that is.
So you think now he's the rat?
What's up?
It's Jimmy. It's fucking Jimmy.
Is it? I don't know.
The wire, it's fucking Jimmy. What about?
Why
Is there some information only he knew?
Understand the wire, it's fucking Jimmy. No fingerprint technique. I should have killed her right in my fucking basement. Mackenzie and Sky got his facts crossed. They both got busted at the same fucking time. Jimmy and Pussy. You understand? Two fat fucks with black hair. Where the fuck is Paulie?
He called an hour ago. I swear to God, he said he's on his way.
Why the fuck isn't he here now?
Paulie jumped the gun.
Shut up. God forbid. God forbid. Don't talk like that.
That's I thought that, but
Get him on the phone.
But like he said, like until you see the wire on his body, you don't. Then that's why I was like,
yeah, but like you don't know.
Where the fuck have you been? I've been calling you all fucking night long.
I was at Michael Myers. I told Silvio I was coming.
You answer me like I'm Jesus Christ himself. And if you fucking lie to me, make your mother die. You can't the eyes. Where's Pussy?
I don't know.
Don't you fucking lie to me.
Tony.
I don't think he
Don't
did.
fucking lie to me.
I said no! Now get your fucking hands off.
I believe him.
me too. I mean, if he did it, you would know.
Literally, like what?
Like
Oh,
you-
he went
why are you
missing.
tr-
Like what?
Yeah, just that he doesn't know where he is, but like not like he.
Killed him. I think we need to recuperate. We don't know who it is.
I can't find Pussy anywhere.
Oh, okay, that's why he's doing.
Nobody knows anything.
Maybe
At least take
he
the Schwitz.
figured out that you're on him if he is the mole.
He refused to take his clothes off.
That also doesn't have to mean anything.
Yeah, true. He doesn't.
It's fucking Jimmy.
We don't know
Okay,
that. I don't
he-
think he spoke. At least
Maybe
I mean,
because
maybe
he asked
I
those
didn't-
questions in the basement.
Yeah, because he wants him to speak.
And Jimmy didn't.
Yeah, but
and
like also that doesn't have to mean that at
maybe
all.
to Tony, he said some words. Thing is, I saw Pussy's kid. I saw his wife, and all of a sudden I care for him more than for others. You know what I mean?
I'm like,
It's like,
even if
I
he
don't want
is,
him to be the one.
What was he supposed to do?
For example, Mikey could be the one. I'm joking.
On that thing.
What?
He said we should look at a town for who's going.
What is wrong with everyone?
What is happening?
What was that sick fuck talking about?
Are you working for Tony?
Come on, please.
He's dying too.
I may be getting bumped up a notch or two.
Does Junior know?
Is Junior?
Listen to me. If you breathe a word of this to anybody, they're gonna be burying me and you right next to Tony Soprano. You understand?
But like now I feel like she is gonna say something.
You
But like why will we be seeing this?
Okay. My boy, no one's killing you.
They're gonna try to.
They can.
I just like, how are you gonna know about this? How are you gonna? This is gonna be heartbreaking for him. Imagine his own uncle. No.
We have 3 more.
It's fine. Two more.
Yeah,
It's
2 more.
fine,
I mean,
it's fine,
okay, yeah,
it's fine,
it's not
fine.
as much as 3, but like it's fine.
The title of the episode was appropriate. Nobody knows anything because I don't know.
And I don't think they know.
Who's the rat? I don't know. I am not sure at all.
I don't know what to think.
Me neither. Because like I don't know what Polly is. No, that
Polly is the one who was.
Polly is the one with the gray bit here.
Who I don't know his name.
The detective.
The detective. What's his name? Why is Mackenzie in my? Who's Mackenzie?
It's not Mackenzie, but it's something on M.
But who's Mackenzie?
In this show, no one's Mackenzie.
Do we know Mackenzie in another show?
Mackenzie.
Is it
I mean,
like
it's
Wire?
a popular name. Mackenzie in The Wire.
No.
No.
What's the last name of Jimmy in The Wire? Is there somebody in Wire who's Mackenzie? Oh God. Is there a last name that's
Jimmy Mackenzie?
Well, I mean, it's not Mackenzie. But
what is his last name? It's not Jimmy what? McNulty.
McNulty.
Not Mackenzie. I mean, McNulty is similar to Mackenzie.
Okay, maybe it's that.
Maybe you thought of that.
It really doesn't matter. What did he talk?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Why did they mention Mackenzie?
Because the detective is on them, I think.
I mean, I think the show basically did it on purpose to
confuse you.
us.
Nobody knows anything. Yeah, nobody knows anything. Because like the other guy, what is his name?
Jimmy. Is it
Jimmy?
There is like the
like our 2 options for Brad, let's say.
Yeah, our Pussy and Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Okay, that guy's name is Jimmy.
And from the conversation with Jimmy, Tony realized that like he is a rat.
But also, I don't know if
he wants to think.
That's what I mean. I don't know if he said something that would indicate that he is a rat, because like to me he didn't say anything. He was just like blabbering, about what the detectives were telling him. And even when he spoke to, I think, Polly at that point, he said something about like he was talking about fingerprints on money or whatever, which to me did not have to mean at all that he is a rat. So like at that point I thought he really doesn't want it to be pussy, so like maybe he is now like hyper focusing on Jimmy for it to not be pussy.
Yeah, and the thing is like I don't know if he did say something and we just didn't realize that. Because there is a big possibility for that as well, and we're just now not sure, that made us more confused. But like for them it's quite obvious that it's Jimmy because of what he said, but like we're the only ones who are not confused. But Pussy is not there. Pussy is missing.
Yeah.
So like,
and Pussy could be because like is it Polly the one that was with him in the like whatever
probably.
Place? He was going. I feel like it could be obvious what he wanted him to do with taking his clothes off. And if Pussy is an informant and knows that he has a wire on him, he would be very like hyper focused on what people are telling him, and that would, let's say, make him
realize that like they're on
to him, and he would maybe run. Again, it might not be him at all. It might not be either of those two. Like it could be like someone else. It could be someone actually from the other side, like not Tony's guys. Like it could be someone else. Like we don't know, but like now everyone is suspicious. Yeah. And I don't know. Like it could be Pussy. It doesn't have to be
Jimmy
him.
as well.
could be Jimmy as well. Doesn't have to be.
I'm just like, I just don't know. Again, we're gonna watch next 2 episodes, so we probably won't need you to tell us if we missed something, missed some part of conversation that. Because like Tony, the reason why I figured out he thinks that like Jimmy is guilty one is because like Jimmy came there immediately and started asking questions, and he could have had a wire and talking about what happened to police, and like he was like, oh, you're a very lucky guy because you were able to bail immediately, basically come home for dinner, you didn't spend 2 days
how appropriate. You somehow like, immediately went out.
It really worked out in his favor, let's say, and basically what I understood in that moment is that those are the reasons why Tony now thinks Jimmy is the mole. But like that doesn't really have to mean anything.
No.
That to me at least, that doesn't have to mean that and it can be that he just doesn't want, because like he's very close. I don't know if he's close to Jimmy and how close to Jimmy he is, because like again, they are calling him Uncle Jimmy, and when he came, like everybody knows him, and like Carmela hugged him, and like they're very close.
He's close to everyone, but like I mean, considering he would rather think that it's Jimmy rather than Pussy, then I guess he is.
That's how it seemed to me.
Then he is less maybe.
It seemed like he was so sure. So like I don't know if it's just easier for him to be sure it's something like that. And for Pussy, he needs to be 110% sure, not 90, you know? Like he needs to be 110% sure. He was like, you need to see a fucking wire on him before you.
Yeah. Before I believe it. And for Jimmy, he's like, it's fucking Jimmy.
Exactly. So to me,
there's a disparity there.
Yeah. At least it seemed like that.
Yeah. And so like that makes me immediately think that it is Pussy, not Jimmy. You know, just because like Tony seems to be willing it to be so.
Yeah.
And like I feel like.
No, I don't think
no, me neither, because like the detective that killed himself like said that it is Pussy. I mean, but, like, could he have been mistaken because like they are 2 guys with dark hair that like have stomachs or whatever?
That's how
again Tony is rationalizing this. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think the detective got it wrong, nor would he have lied because he owes debt to Pussy. I mean, the woman.
But the thing is, even if he thinks that now Jimmy is the one, whatever happens with that, in the future with Pussy, I feel like he's always gonna
think that. That's what I think as well.
So like, if he always has that, then is it Pussy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then in my opinion, like, do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, I know, because like if he decides in his mind that it's easier for him for it to be Jimmy.
Yeah.
And let's say kills Jimmy, because like that has to be the one that is that has the wire, because it's easier for him, and he kills him. But like he knows, if you convince yourself, you still know deep down that you're uncertain about who it was, and you will always have it in your mind that Pussy is someone that you should not fully trust, because he could be an informant, and he is never gonna be able to not think that way. You know, so like he is putting himself into an uncomfortable position with
what does
Pussy.
that mean for the plot, for us, the audience, to think if the Pussy is the one? You know what I mean?
I think it's just gonna weigh on Tony and his mental state to like not trust the people that he would usually trust. Like if I feel like that would weigh on him, and like maybe it's gonna be a thing with his mental state that's gonna like further explain his mental state, and maybe him not trusting people around him or something. I don't know where that's gonna go with the story, but so far I think it's more likely for it to be Pussy than not. Even if it's not him, Tony is never gonna have that.
That's what I think as well.
Out of his mind.
That's what I think as well.
That's gonna be an issue. But I'm really curious how they're gonna resolve this now with Jimmy. Like, what, they're gonna kill him? Are they gonna kill Jimmy? Like, what are they gonna do? And where the fuck is Pussy? I don't know, because like it's it's a very difficult situation, because like
if he ran away, why would he run away if he is not guilty?
Yeah, I don't think he ran away.
So like he
I don't know, he basically I mean, they couldn't get a hold of Paulie for a bit because like he was somewhere. It's the same thing I feel like with Pussy. Maybe he just went somewhere, is not picking up whatever.
And Tony was just terrified that they kill him, and he's not the one who is guilty.
Yeah, like he literally might just be right here, you know.
But I love how in their world there is a line, and like at one side of a line Tony is like, I love this man.
Yeah.
And he's like, he told him, you have friends who would die for you.
Yeah.
You know how much you need to love somebody that you would die for them?
Yeah.
Like that person really needs to mean
the world to you.
The world to you, yes. And at the same time, if you know that he is informant, and if you know that he's going against you and the people that you're
like there's a code
to, yeah,
in the mafia, basically.
Then you kill him.
That is
incredible to me. The
these
fact
are
that there
two
is
different spectrums.
That's what I want to say. I would say that like there is not one line between those two things, and in this world there is just like one line. You know what I mean? Like because, in like, reality, that you go from loving somebody the most to slowly go.
Yeah,
you can't reach the line where you're gonna kill them. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
of course you can, but like,
I mean, that is the scary bit that like they could go from one to the other in an instant if they like betray you. And again, I understand that being betrayed by someone that you love dearly can make you like switch, but this is someone, if they have become an informant, like there is a very understandable reason as to how you become an informant, you know, like but you don't want to go to jail, you have a family to take care of, and you don't want to leave your family. Like it's the most understandable thing. Like they can hold this over you. They can hold your life in their hands. Like that's why I think they talked about this in the first episode, the way that laws changed or whatever. There's like this mandatory sentence that they can give them. And that's why like the glory days are behind us, because a lot of them are gonna change and become informants because they don't want to do this time. And so like that's always gonna be constant in your head, because like tomorrow there could be someone else in your group who does that. And again, like I feel like everyone else watching this, it's gonna be understandable how you would
again, of course,
like you have your fucking children,
of course, but like we're not in that world.
We're not in that world. Like it's a whole, I mean, again, that's why to us it seems so out of left field that you could be able to like kill someone, because like the first thing that we said was you would go to that person and tell them you fucking leave town. Yeah. If you don't leave town, I'm gonna kill you. Of course. But you're gonna leave town.
Yeah, it's like we're not in that.
No, that's what I mean. But like that's how far I could take it if I was in that business. Yeah, you know, like that's where my mind would go. Like I understand that you need to die now.
Even though, like I said, like I cannot imagine Tony killing him. Yeah. I still like cannot, but like. I understand that is the situation that would happen. Yeah. Like when I said that, like I wasn't in any delusion that like
that he would not.
He would not. Let's say if Carmela was the one who held the gun. Yeah. She would be the one who, just like you and me, would be like, leave the fucking gun.
Yeah, she would not do it.
But like if Tony was the one, he would be like, I mean,
he's not a hero in this story.
Exactly. He wasn't even thinking. And like, I love the conversation with Paul when he told that to Paul, and Paul was like, I'm gonna do it. And he was like, it's my responsibility. And then Polly was like, I mean, you got to this position and you have some benefits. Like,
literally the benefits are you don't have to do it yourself.
You don't have to do things like this yourself.
I don't know which is worse, honestly. Like, is it worse to do it by yourself or to order someone else to do it? I don't know.
That's the thing
like,
that's very interesting because, like, I feel like he would do it.
That's
like,
what I mean. Like, Tony, if it's personal.
Yeah, he would not be happy about it. He would not take any pleasure in it.
No.
He would do it, even in some ways, in my opinion, because
as a form of respect.
Yeah, because it's the person closest to him.
That's what I thought, because I was like, you should do it yourself. Again, like putting myself in that mindset, it somehow feels worse to send someone else to kill someone that you love. Yeah. If you think that should be still done, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you should do it yourself then. Yeah. Even though I don't think you should do it at all, but like that doesn't matter really. But just like it feels like you should do it to yourself then. Yeah. I don't know.
I think this episode was phenomenal. Honestly, it had a very interesting topic, and I'm glad that we got into that moment to find out what would actually happen in a situation like this.
No, I love the way that they do it, because like we were talking about this, like the rat situation a few episodes back, and like we were talking about how we would like to find out more about them, so like it would take us by surprise, and they didn't necessarily do that, but what they did is put uncertainty into you. That like I am searching for it and I'm not sure who it's supposed to be. Like there is reasons why this one should be or this one should be, or like neither of them are. Like I don't know.
And maybe the story is gonna be completely, like the point of the story is gonna be completely different to see how that's gonna be on Tony. And on his mental state. The fact that like he thinks that potentially the person closest to him is the one who is betraying him every single day.
Yeah.
Which is fucking horrible.
Boy, you got a big storm coming. Your uncle's trying to kill you, so like, I don't know.
No, that's...
I don't know what to tell you here.
Yeah. Even though if I was a writer, I would definitely decide that like Pussy is the one.
I would go with Pussy as well, yeah.
Who betrayed him. That's why when you said that, like, I think he is the one, I would be like, that's what I would write. That's what I would make. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where the show is gonna go. Like, again, I still think the big point of it is gonna be how, even though if they don't have a proof right now, how is he gonna trust Pussy after this?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Whether that's him or not, like, you know?
Yeah.
Which is very fucking interesting, if you ask me.
Yeah.
There was another big, in my opinion, very important story with Mackenzie.
It's not Mackenzie, but sure.
I know it's not Mackenzie.
We'll call him Mackenzie. He's dead already.
Like, you don't need to remember.
Detective Mackenzie. Yeah, I thought that was very interesting. I mean, like, I don't like him. There's nothing to like about him necessarily. Like, my mind immediately goes to the fact that he beat up Melfi's date. Like, he was he is very violent and he is clearly not doing well. Like, there wasn't anything necessarily likable about him as a person. But I did feel bad for him in this episode because, like, I mean, he's not a good person, but like, he is going through some things. Like, he is clearly battling with depression, it seems like.
Definitely.
I mean, considering he did jump off a bridge, like, you don't just go do that because like now you're gonna get investigated. Like, sure, that's gonna weigh on you, but like there has to like his the woman said, I don't know her name, but like she was close to him, that like this was just a straw that broke the camel's back, but like there was
millions of other straws probably in every moment, maybe even in this episode, that weighed on him and that affected him.
Yeah, I mean, he never seemed mentally stable at any point.
No, definitely not. And like that is again interesting because he's another one who is not maybe in this business, but like is, again, it is in the business. Like, it's connected. He did things illegally for Tony and things like that, you know. So he was somehow connected, and we saw that he is as well battling with depression and how that's affecting him. And he wasn't, I mean, it doesn't matter, just like comparison that like we have this story with Tony, let's say, who is going to therapy, and we have this story with him who didn't go to therapy, and he found different ways to cope with depression at those moments.
Yeah, I mean, Tony is just like a high functioning person that like just has like depression, anxiety, and like whatever it is. Like, I don't know, I can't tell exactly, but like he's struggling with things. But just like he can do it at a higher level. Like when you compare the two, so like there's similarities between the two of them. Like, I thought it was interesting when the woman said that like she didn't think that he liked who he was
and who he became.
And I don't think Tony likes who he has become, and like he keeps searching for like how things could have gone differently. Like what if his dad did take up the offer from his friend to like invest in that business? Like how differently
that, like,
his life would have been.
That's why that mention about his father. He had a conversation that he said like that Tony reminds him of his father. Yeah, which is also very fucking interesting.
Yeah, and like that his father. He said something that he beat his mother, I think. Yeah,
that he was so scared that he wanted to hide under the bed because that was like a safe place for him at that point.
Yeah, that's like, those are the reasons I really felt bad about him, because like they, of course, in the episode where he dies, they give you a bit more of a like look into how he ended up as this person.
Yeah, definitely. No, it was interesting. Like, even throughout the episode, I think I mentioned like he looks weird, but like I meant like there was a moment when he's talking to Tony and like he's searching for something from Tony, and Tony's
not giving it.
Not giving anything to him. He's like, oh, what, you want me to ask you how you are doing, you know, like, or something like that, you know, like he had the submissive moments for him that like those situations seem to me that like affected Mackenzie, you know, like that like in those moments like that those things affected him. And like I said, like he was, we found out later, deeply depressed. So like all of those things that like he's been going through every single day, I think affected him very much. And like this was just with them finding him in that house was just another, you know, like him have to go through.
That was just the last thing that needed to happen. But like the tragedy there was that like he had that moment with Tony where Tony could, like, there were things that he was saying that Tony could, like, let's say, relate to and tell him that he is also struggling. Because, like, as we learned later, he held Tony in, like, high regard. He didn't like any of them, really, but, like, he, let's say, felt some type of camaraderie with Tony, like, at least he knew where he stood with him. And like for Tony to, at that point where he is telling him something that like now in retrospect you can see that maybe it was some type of a cry for help. For Tony not to offer that in that moment and to be very dismissive of it. And even later on when he found out that this one killed himself, it's not like they were friends, but it takes like a certain type of person to not like be affected by hearing that and thinking of like what you could have done, especially with their last conversation, how it went, you know, because like Tony literally told him like, what do you want me to ask, like if you're okay, like that would haunt me. Like I could not sleep. And like for Tony in that moment he was not affected at all. Like he did not think about it at all. He was like, you know, he was just like thinking about now the only lead to Pussy is basically gone. And so that, you know, I thought that was interesting for Tony's character. I mean, especially, I liked how the episode ended, though. That he was standing there over the place where he committed suicide. Just, like, looking over there, and, like, that's how the episode finished. Like, somewhere, somehow, he is thinking about that, even though, like, it's not maybe at the forefront, but somewhere deep down, he, like, went to the place where he killed himself. And I wonder what he is thinking about that, because again there's like similarities to him, and like I wonder at some point are we gonna see, because I feel like suicide has been mentioned multiple times throughout this show. Like Tony asked
Scott.
You know what the worst thing is?
Chris.
I was about to say Scott. Like you put this in my head that I was about to say fucking Scott. Like he asked Chris if he ever thought about that, and like there were moments he said like, I don't know what I would do if Meadow tried to kill herself. I don't know, like they mentioned suicide often, that like I thought, I don't know if at some point like Tony is gonna possibly be on the
brink.
Like possibly think about harming himself. I don't know. Like it doesn't have to go that way, but like like these things now where someone that's like maybe similar to him in some ways killed himself. I don't know. Like I wonder what that makes him think.
I agree.
So like that whole portion was so interesting. Like it was very tragic for this guy, just because like again he grew up in a very abusive household, and like he saw something that a child should never have to grow up with, and like that made him become not a good man. Like in any capacity. Again, it just makes you sad that things didn't have to turn out this way. Like
but story-wise,
he could have gotten help. I mean, story-wise, of course. I mean, like reality, like so many people don't help themselves. Like so many people just like end up continuing the cycle of violence, and it's the most tragic thing. So like it's very realistic, and story-wise it works very well.
I mean, continuing cycle in many different ways, you know. Which is interesting, because like I still think like no matter how Tony is different and one's different for his kids, I think he is still in some ways, we're gonna see that with Anthony, continuing the cycle with the way that he is raising them, even though he wants to be different and be present in their lives.
I mean, he wants to be, again, it's a thing of like he wants to be a certain way and he is not that way.
But like he's teaching them the things that he's teaching them, and the way he's behaving with them. I mean, the type of job that he is, and that is the example that he's showing them at the end of the day, you know.
Maybe that was like when he was talking, when Meadow was talking about like it's the 90s or whatever, like we can discuss sex, and he's like, in this house it's still 1950 something.
That's what I
like
thought,
when he was growing up as a kid. Like I don't think the show does that by accident. I don't think it's doing this to be funny, you know. I think it's doing it to just like tell you that I mean, I think it's still doing this to tell you however much he wants things to be different, he is still continuing that cycle.
Definitely, I think so as well.
Like, it's still the same household.
We do see the differences, like where he is spending time with his kids, where he wants to give them opportunities and like make a change, be a different type of parent that his were. But at the same time, again, he is in this business. This is the example that he is showing them, and he is raising them.
And I really wonder how they end up. Like, because, you know, he is not gonna still raise them in an environment that's gonna make them different. Like, it makes me afraid, because like I wonder what the show is gonna want to tell us with that, you know. Like, the show is gonna want to tell you some type of message with how the kids end up,
I still think,
you know. And so like I really wonder what that's gonna be.
I think we're gonna, again, we talked about that many times, I think they're gonna go on different paths, both of the children, and Anthony's story can go similar way with Tony's story. Again, I still think we need to see a difference in whichever way they want us to show it, you know. Like, but we need to see the difference, because I think he like Anthony Jr. is raised by Carmela also, and Tony, who are different parents that like Tony's parents were. That's for sure. You know, we does see that in every single episode, you know.
I mean, come on, Carmela and Livia,
they have nothing in common, one single thing in common, you know. It's like
they're Italian. There you go. That's it.
So like I am like I want to see the difference, but like I do believe that like his story can go down this criminal route. And
like for Anthony, for AJ, the story seems, let's say, more obvious. The only Meadow, like I'm not sure, because like she's a very good student, like she wants to go to like an Ivy League college.
I think she will.
Yeah, and so I wonder, like, is something gonna switch, you know? Because like right now she's, let's say, on the right path and everything. Like I wonder, like we talked about this on the first episode, like when she did speed for the exam, like we were talking about, is this just the beginning? Like, is this opening up a door for like potential, I mean, I think addiction? Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Like, no, now it doesn't seem that way, but just like in the beginning we were like thinking, how are things gonna go wrong? Let's say.
I can see that like something that we're gonna see that like some things from her childhood is gonna affect her, you know. Like maybe it's gonna be very hard on the college, when she goes to college, but it's very, very hard to make a connections or something like that with different students. But like at the same time, I think she's gonna go down.
I like wonder what type, like who she would marry. You know what I mean? Like what type of man she would go for, because like
maybe that's where we're gonna
because like I'm thinking, if it's someone like Tony, like that is not ideal.
Maybe that's where we're gonna see some like exactly the consequences of this life of her upbringing.
Like those are the things that I'm so curious about.
In the last episode, William Scott, Chris.
I was like, William Scott. I was like, who the fuck is that?
Now those two names are just here.
I cannot believe you look at his face and think he's a William.
He's not Chris to me either, so, you know. In the last episode, Chris did mention that, like, Carmela was smart. And we know that, like, she ended up in this type of life, marrying Tony, seeing that is beneficial for her and her future and her children, because, like, she's gonna be set for life or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
But like in this episode, but like I think in every episode we do see that she's very intelligent and smart and like emotionally intelligent.
I mean, with Livia, she was like, I didn't expect someone to read Livia like a book immediately. Like,
the thing is because we also always saw Tony's relationship with Livia and Jimmy's Uncle Junior's relationship with Livia. It's like we only saw how she manipulated and treated both of them.
Yeah.
Again, in different ways, but like she was the smart one in those relationships where she is able to manipulate them very fucking easily.
Yeah.
And so like we never saw an interaction with her. So like I kind of wasn't expecting anybody to be, I would say, brave, you know, because like I don't know what word to use to just say it out loud.
Yeah,
to her face.
Like it makes sense that she knows this because like first she is smart and second she is like detached, like that is not her mother, like it's easier to see the consequences.
Exactly.
When it's like for someone that you love, you're gonna see it much easier than you're gonna see something that's happening to yourself, you know. And so like she very clearly knows and understands what Livia is doing, like it's not lost on her. And so, like, that was really that I loved that scene. It was so good.
It was incredible. Honestly,
Livia. I cannot believe everything comes out of her mouth.
The thing is, she's like one of my favorite characters in the show.
Yeah.
She's like up there on the top of my favorite characters because like it's never boring.
Literally, the woman shocks me every time.
Every fight, I cannot believe how manipulative, how evil.
Yeah. And then she's such a grandma that you want to die laughing. And so like,
I die laughing. She's so funny to me sometimes.
I was editing that episode and like Meadow was running off the table or whatever. And it was like, Meadow, the parents were like, Meadow, like, calm down. And she's like, oh, let her be. Go right ahead, honey. Like she was so funny somehow.
And all the depressive talk. That also knows to be funny to me. Oh, let the Jesus take me now, or things like that.
Again, those are things like there's two things about that like like again there's certain aspects that literally remind me of my grandmother. Like she would be this way, like she would be like, oh yes, leave me to die or something. Like fucking grandma, it's not that deep. Like please chill. Like one part of that is the sad part of it. Like people are getting older and like they do feel, I guess, to a certain thing like abandoned, left behind. Like my grandma would feel like if you're not with her 24/7, you know, she would be like, oh, I'm all alone. Like you're one wall across from me. Like what are we talking about? And so like in one way, like it is, you know, it's just like her being older and a grandma and feeling this way, and like, you know, it's a bit sad. The other part of it is that like she just uses that to manipulate. Like she just uses that to make you feel bad. And like that is the aspect that's like very, I'm not gonna like, that doesn't necessarily have to be what I mean, like evil, but like she is. Like she is, but like for like if it was someone else, like my grandma used to manipulate that way as well, you know, in some degrees. Like I would not call that
in some ways.
Like we would not, like I don't call that evil. It can be unkind. It can be, you know, not a nice thing to do. Like, but like for Livia, like it is. Like for her, it's fucking evil.
I mean, the way she manipulates, she wants to make people suffer. I said before Badly died, like that, like she uses manipulation to hurt people, to make people suffer, to make people feel bad, to make everything in her advantage. Like I think everybody use that. Everybody do that, like even if they are not aware, let's say, you know, that they're doing it. But like those are small things. Those are not evil things. In her scenario, they're definitely evil things because she wants to hurt her son.
What else is she getting out of this? You know what I mean? Like what else is she getting out of this?
She's even not getting anything in her advantage. She is just hurting
someone else.
Tony.
And the thing is, I think she
gave birth to. Basically.
I don't think she thinks Tony is gonna die. Like I don't think, because like Junior seems, for the lack of a better word, incapable. Like he is not, you know what I mean? Like he is not cut out to be any type of like leader or anything. Like he is very easily manipulated. And like, so like, I think Livia, let's say, knows that Tony is gonna be okay, but like that's
Physically.
gonna physically, but
But,
that's
like,
gonna
mentally,
deeply
I
hurt
think
him
so as well,
you
yes.
know. And so like I don't think she is putting her son out to die.
No,
because
no.
I think she doesn't think like Junior is capable, and she knows how to manipulate Junior, and like
but
she
like
knows.
even she manipulated him. She says like, if you do something, I will
Yeah.
never talk to you. I will
Yeah.
never tell you anything.
Yeah.
And like she's beneficial to him.
Yeah.
You know, he depends on her.
Yeah.
In most scenarios. So like I just think that like what she wants to do is hurt her son mentally and psychologically, basically.
Yeah.
And not physically. I'm
Yeah.
pretty confident in that.
Yeah.
Even though that's not better.
No, does not make
if
it
you
better at
ask
all. Like,
me.
she's a horrible fucking woman.
That's
Like
completely the same.
like literally, sometimes it seems like just like killing someone physically is kinder
Yeah.
than like putting them through mental torture forever. You're like, I don't know.
His entire life.
Like, no, she's just an awful woman. Like, there's little redeemable qualities.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, there's redeemable qualities in that she's very funny. Like, she's really, like, there's something ridiculous about her. But, like,
I mean, it's
as
not
a human,
that's what I want to say.
as a human, she has none.
Yes, that's what I want to say. It's redeemable for her character because, like, I can confidently say that she's one of my favorite
Literally,
characters
she's
here,
ridiculous.
and I hate her.
She's
you know.
horrifying.
But like, if she didn't have those moments, if she was just like pure evil and there is nothing else with her storyline, it would be unbearable maybe to watch.
I mean, for love
you
of
know?
God, half the time I'm like, this is my grandma. You know what I mean? Like, half the time I'm like thinking, yeah. Been there, done that.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, she's talking about how Junior is the only one who treats her like human and they sent her here, you know, like...
It's ridiculous.
No words, honestly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, guys.
That's it.
That's it. We're watching the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.